The Body Knowledge Entrepreneur is where women entrepreneurs unite to embody their unique style and showcase their talents. Join Coach Stephanie Wood, PCC, as she helps you explore your unique challenges with your business, confidence, and health.
Hi, everyone. This is Coach Stephanie Wood. I'm here with my favorite colleague, Sharon Shriqui, and we're here at the podcast, The Body Knowledge Entrepreneur. And this is where we give our audience coaching tools around business, health, and confidence. So before we get into our topic, Sharon, please tell everyone what you're up to and how they can connect with you.
Sure. Well, I'm up to coaching just like you, Steph, but I focus more on relationships and helping people get the best of their relationships and live their best life through their relationships and through their, create stronger bonds. If anyone wants to reach me, you could find me at Sharon Shriqui at gmail.com. That's SharonShriqui at gmail.com, and just make sure you put podcast on the in the subject matter. I'd love to hear from you. How about you, Steph? What have you been up to?
Well, I've launched my new website, CoachStephanieWood.com. You'll see lots of goodies there, ebooks and podcasts. And Sharon, you're showcased on there as well, because we do a lot of podcasts together. And I am holding an event on October 10th of this year, 2024, called Conquer the Fear of Failure. So we're going to do something a little different today, Sharon Shriqui. I'm going to let you start. Fear of failure. Can you give me a story that is now or in the past where you've overcome that fear in that story, or maybe you didn't like the results, so you fine-tuned it and you came through the challenge the way you wanted to see it? If you could just take 1 or 2 minutes and tell me a story of when that happened to you.
Okay, so a fear of failure. I think that I struggled with fear of failure when raising my children. I think that when I was younger and my kids were little, I suffered with that. Like, I was always very, very nervous that I was going to make a mistake. And so I would put more pressure on myself. And I feel like I conquered that, because today I'm much more of a relaxed person. I'm more confident in myself. It took, years to go through that, that kind of thing. Like, oh my gosh, I have to do everything perfect. I have to do everything right. No mistakes. It's got to be, and that pressure. But today I feel like, we're still challenged with older children or younger children. There's always challenges, but I feel like I'm more confident, and I overcame that fear of, oh my gosh, like, what's going to be, like, these people depend on me, so I think that was a big fear that I had. And yeah, thank you.
So, what I heard is we all have that feeling in our gut or in our back or sometimes I get a headache if I'm too fearful. So, as we've learned in body knowledge, in my body knowledge system, sometimes when you know your style, as you do now, either spontaneous, organized, analytical, or inspirational, do you use some of those tools now with any other things that you might be fearful about to conquer a challenge?
Yes, because today when I get that feeling of fear, I'm confident that that I have a style, that I know how to maneuver myself.
Okay, what's your style? Tell everybody
my style. My style is spontaneous and motivation. Spontaneous and
Inspirational. I believe.
Inspirational.
That's okay. You got caught up in your
But
story. That's all
yes,
right.
yes, that story brings me into a whole, emotion. But
So again,
it's
you can use some tools. That's what we do in coaching, whether it's with relationships or business or health or confidence. You have a tool now that you can
so
remind yourself, well, let's be spontaneous around this challenge
right,
and see where
right.
it
Like
goes.
for instance, like in the challenge of like raising older children, I use that spontaneous to sometimes lighten up a mood, or laugh at the situations that life gives, that sometimes like you just want to cry or scream. I'll just, I'll be spontaneous. And sometimes when you mix it up with something that's you lighten the mood, and you and then like things change when everybody's happy. And so I
Very
use that.
good. I
I'm able to
love
use
that.
that.
I love that.
Yeah, everyone just becomes like, okay, it's not so heavy.
It's
When
not so
when you
heavy.
feel, so once you know that you can do this, it's a superpower.
It's
It's
a
a superpower.
superpower, and you can find out about that at my site. It's called the Oasis Entrepreneurial Style Assessment. I can't believe I got that whole thing out. Oasis
Wow.
Entrepreneurial Style
Yeah.
Assessment. Now, let me tell you my story, Miss
Yeah,
Sharon.
please tell me.
Fear of failure. I come from a dance background, and I remember the first Broadway show that I was involved in. I'm behind the curtain, Sharon. I had my mentor there, wonderful mentor, but that moment of going from the darkness to that unbelievable bright stage,
Wow.
that fear, like you brought up, which I loved, is perfection. Oh, am I going to remember my dance steps? How am I going to do? But it's like the purpose for me, also having a purpose. I know your purpose, some of it is I love my children. I want the best for my children. Anything, I will do anything for them. Now, for me, that purpose in that story, that moment, was to entertain. I wanted the audience to enjoy the moment with me. So I took that first step. It's taking that first step. And my style is, I didn't know it at the time, but my style is totally spontaneous. So I just put that first step out. I got out there. And for me, I was so shy. So dancing gave me a vehicle in which to express myself and feel
Wow.
comfortable. So, what did you hear in that story?
That's amazing. So you use that style of spontaneous to crack the fear of being a presenter, of showing yourself to the world. So you must have said inside of yourself, I'm spontaneous. I can crack this
Well,
fear.
at
I
that
can
moment, I
show
didn't say
myself.
anything to
No,
myself.
but you must have
I
processed
just
that.
took the
I,
first
you know,
step, and the mentor just kind of pushed my push, and I had to go.
right,
I had
right.
to go. But it's also about putting yourself in situations that do challenge you. I think that's also so fear of failure. What's your message about that before we leave?
You know what? I think that there's a very fine line between excitement and fear. And so I
Oh,
think that if we interpret the thing as excitement instead of fear, it's we can access our skills.
so that basically you're bringing in a law of attraction technique. You reframed the thought pattern in your head.
Right?
Wow, look at you. You are the best coach
Yeah.
ever.
So
So
far, so good.
what I heard is we want our audience to come away with a tool, a practice, a technique, and review a story for yourself where fear didn't get in the way. You overcame it. because you had to. That was your purpose. And you could find Sharon where?
Sharon Shriqui at gmail.com. SharonShriqui at gmail.com. And where can we find you?
CoachStephanieWood.com. Thank you, my friend. I'll see you again.
Absolutely looking forward to it.
Take your free Oasis Entrepreneurial Style Assessment at bodyawe.com. That's bodyawe.com, and discover your entrepreneurial style. Together with Coach Stephanie Wood, PCC, you'll explore and unlock the power of your unique style to become the most empowered version of yourself.